I don't want to do this here now, Bilia. Where do you?
If you say so, just don't take too long.
Don't tell me anything. I like to find things out for myself.
Mistress, the mission was a success. We also managed to neutralize a pirate ship that posed a threat to Cordonali.
What brought you to the enemy ship?
They captured the poor commander, so we set out to rescue him. Isn't that right?
I see. What is the status of the ship?
Destroyed. Commander's orders.
An understandable decision.
Mistress, there's one last thing to report. We found Serenity's avatar. Per protocol, I had Zana kill her.
I sensed the death. With Serenity erased from existence, we no longer have to be wary of her clan's influence on the wall. Zana.
Yes?
Good work.
Thank you, mistress.
I believe each of you is now fit to lead the Sirens to glory. Is that correct, Melody?
Ready. We can get started right away.
Then you will find a list of work to be done in the armory. Melody, before you go, I wish to speak to you. The rest of you are dismissed.
In you go, and Lucian blocking the way. Follow me.
Awesome. Let's get going then.
Hey, I thought I missed you for a second.
What are you doing here?
Lilith asked me to come get you. She's waiting outside by the balcony.
Alright.
What is it?
She's not following. Wait a minute, the balcony.
Hello, handsome.
How did you ever get into Serenity Sirens?
Same way you did. Very important people are worth a lot to Matari.
What are your thoughts on Matari?
Oh, do I have stories to tell you? But I should save them for when you're a little older.
How do you feel about Marcus and the Pinder family?
Hey, don't look at me. I hang around Matari most of the time. Never spoke to Marcus. He seemed like the kind of man who wouldn't get along with me. You know, the do no evil hero type. Pinder family is nice. I mean, they founded us and everything. Gotta repay the favor and protect them, huh?
To think that the farmers are all what is left of the near mythical snow elves. It's sad, isn't it? Full helmets have their advantages. They protect the face well, and they come in quite handy after late night's table dancing at an inn.
She is following.
Yeah?
Okay, can't remove the maid stuff from her. So she's gonna have to look a little ridiculous.
Can we stop by an inn to rest?
Honestly, some bandits are so silly. They always hang around the same old places. You might as well have your bow ready when you walk up to them.
Commander, we found Tricia. She's in solitude, wandering around public with no sign of injury. We talked to her, get answers, and stop Matari.
Something I need to show you.
A map to a Dwemer ruin.
Ruin that has answers to our questions about Matari.
Who gave this to you?
Serenity, before she was killed by the Golden Maidens.
We'll go together, but first we need to talk to Tricia.
I can
might go
go
swimming.
all day
Take advantage of the
long.
sun while it lasts.
Right. It's a long trip.
Tricia? Tricia, please.
Come to finish the job, Lilith?
What are you doing that for?
What? They made the mistake of letting me walk away. If you're here to kill me, then get it over with already.
We're not here on behalf of the Sirens. Command never told us where you really were. We found you on our own.
Then why are you here?
We want you to speak out against Matari and the Maidens.
They'd kill me the second I walked back into the palace. It's all falling apart. You try to prepare for this sort of thing, but when it happens, you're never ready. Don't worry about me. Do what you can to save the others while there's still time.
But we need your help. The Maidens have taken your place, and Matari is planning something that goes beyond the Sirens. Tricia, this is no ordinary takeover.
Then what is it?
Matari is planning to destroy us all, and Purity wants to be her too. Serenity. Her people couldn't care less what happens. They want us to figure things out on our own. Apparently, that's the only way to stop her. Everything that the commander has been told is nothing but a convoluted mess of information.
Seems like everyone is keeping secrets these days, stringing us along for enjoyment.
Which is why we need you. There is no time to figure out who else will be willing to turn against the Order. If all of us here work together, we can end the war and Matari's reign.
Any ideas how the four of us could do that?
Serenity gave the commander a map to a Dwemer ruin that is linked to Matari in some way. We're going there to get answers.
Fine. I'm in. I wasn't ready for retirement anyway.
We'll travel together. Commander, Kasha, take your time. We'll meet you at the entrance.
Yes, sweetheart. Is there anything I can do for you?
Show and someone had to die.
Find this picture. Hunt daily.
Those bits of dead insects
You
are
know,
carrying
I
are
really do
making me
love
slip back and
Skyrim,
find
in
nervous.
spite of the cold.
Alright, I'm not sure we want to. I don't know where it is. Like, wait a minute. Legacy Bastion. It's a long way. Oh my god.
These ruins are simply amazing. Very dangerous.
The Reach is known for its Dwemer ruins, but this place is different. The lack of a proper Dwemer name gives it away. This is no ordinary ruin, but I do feel safe having you here. We'll need your experience to get us through any traps.
Seems someone's gone inside recently.
Let's take a closer look.
Look at those machines. Incredible.
The Dwemer ruins are very impressive, but very dangerous too.
The gate was recently torn down, but the blood is dry. There's a good chance that whoever came here is long gone. As soon as you're ready, lower the lift.
So have you heard that the dragon boy's coming into town tonight?
A reception area.
So, you ready to get moving yet?
Notice the alignment of the list on the ceiling. They were just as concerned about keeping their own people where they needed to be.
Found our mystery guest. Purity. And based on this note, the heroes as well.
What does it say?
Orders to guide Bosca and several of his comrades through these ruins happened right after the attack on Jonestead. The tone towards the heroes is pretty harsh.
More evidence of an uneasy alliance between the two.
It doesn't seem Purity cared about what was locked up in this place, even the location of Sky's Divide. They were just sick of hearing the heroes' complaints about being kept on a need-to-know basis. So, Purity threw them something to chew on. Guess it wasn't enough. Take a look at it if you want. They also brought along a few books on the Dwemer.
Do you see a switch? We need to lower the gate.
We better watch out. Dwemer This can be very dangerous.
Damn it. I should have known better.
It's fine. One of us was bound to push it eventually. And it opened the gates.
really don't know if I like this.
There was a translation guide attached to the Purity Scholar's note. If I just... Got it. This dialect is archaic, all right. Even without years of studying other variations of Dwemeris, it shouldn't be too hard to translate.
It's that easy?
To be fair, my squad was often sent batches of confiscated Dwemer relics so they could be properly impounded. I got curious and picked up a little on the known vocabulary. Then in the Sirens, the encoding, decoding of all those messages.
The 0-1 system.
Invented by Matari herself.
What does it say?
Welcome to Installation 1621.
It all makes sense now.
It's quite different from those in Skyrim. I'll have to see for myself one day.
This is a research center. One with a number and not a name. It almost certainly means that it was kept a secret to the general population. There are theories about the nature of the experiments that Dwemer conducted. But little evidence remains after the passing of time and the deterioration of the strongholds. This place, on the other hand, is intact and relatively untouched. Everything we find here may be undocumented by modern historians.
Means we'll have a better chance at finding what we need.
Exactly. Maybe more than enough. And too much. Tricia, Kasha, go on ahead. We'll be along shortly.
Sure.
I can go all day long.
We need to discuss something in private. Once Tricia starts translating whatever else we find, it wouldn't be appropriate to bring it up. Commander, what do you think of Matari?
I think she's cruel and insane.
Is that what you think? Or is that what Serenity and Purity told you? The other sirens. Do you know what they do? They impose their ideas of what she is like onto her. To them, she's a living sculpture that can be molded. That's how she can be so easily idolized. Each siren has her own interpretation of the perfect Matari. We define her.
So am I wrong?
I can't answer that. Not Serenity. Not Purity. They said we have to see things for ourselves. That's why we're here. But by being here alone without guidance, we're taking a great risk. As frivolous as it seems, Purity and the Holy Matron's secrecy may actually have a purpose. Purity could have just as easily undermined our efforts to stop Matari in our own way by telling you everything. But what if the truth, in its rawest form, really is interpretive? Telling you one thing or the other may have yielded unpredictable results. It could have upset the balance in the war even further. It might have even provoked sympathy from you towards her. Look at where we are. A Dwemer research center. I don't need to tell you what it implies about Matari. There's a saying among the Ashen. The truth can either be what frees you, or destroys you. I'm worried that what we find here isn't going to be easy for anyone to take in. We may not suffer physically for what we learn, like we would from an Elder Scroll. But if the behavior of those you've spoken to is any indication, our minds might. Just promise me that you won't lose sight of who we're fighting. don't want to lose you like I did with Misha.
The note said that the coordinates to Sky's Divide would be
So,
around
you ready
the
to get
forge.
moving yet?
It's a big place. Kasha and I will take a look around to see what else we can find. Commander, remember what I said.
If it's none of my business, I won't ask. But you'll understand that I find it sort of annoying. So, what do you make of that? I've never seen an automaton constructed in anything other than the typical orange-yellow hued metal.
May have been a prototype.
A functional one at that. Give it some steam and you'll be able to get that thing up and running again. This gives us an idea of what we're dealing with down here. Experimental technology. Don't know whether I should be hoping that most of them were successes or failures. That can't be Ebony. The Dwemer would never sacrifice quality. Let's see what we have over here. I found it. Go get Lilith and Kasha. They need to see this.
Um.
In the northern sea, between this land and the Nordic cradle of light, is the Dark Tower. It pierces the heavens, serving as a rightful monument and just prison for the anomaly.
What the hell?
Sky's Divide.
The coordinates place a divide. Right.
She's lost her armor.
The tablet goes on to warn supply vessels about turbulent weather in the area. I say
Right,
we
at
find
least
a
she's
seasoned
wearing
captain
something.
in Solitude and set sail. We'd get there in just a few days if we ride the strait.
We're not going anywhere. Commander, at the chasm, Voska mentioned having found something buried in our past, correct? The heroes of Nirn are already at Sky's Divide. We'd be walking into a trap.
So, what do we do now? At least we know where to go, but we're still not any closer to solving our problem.
We keep searching. These tablets were out in the open, but there could be more in the other rooms. I noticed a gated door in the far side of the chamber with 2 empty lexicon receptacles. Possibly leading into the Overseer's quarters. Assuming the lexicons are still somewhere in the bastion, we can lower the gates. Tricia, there's a reason why Purity doesn't care about Sky's Divide, while Serenity and her people believe it's the key. We can't trust what anyone says on faith alone. Not anymore. Before we try to stop Matari, we need to be sure it's going to work.
No one is going into any of the other rooms alone.
We can go.
I'm not so sure.
I think I should.
I'll be fine. The 2 of us can work on translations. I'll bring some books from the reading area.
Focus on finding the lexicons so we can open the gate. But if you find anything that is still legible, bring it to me and I'll get it translated.
Have some armor. I shouldn't give that away. Right. Smiler Ebony. Alright, save is on.
Too bad Tricia's in here. She could translate that call. Careful. You can't tell what's around the corner.
It's so beautiful here. Can we stop and rest?
Looks like those hallways are sealed off. Maybe it's for the best. How did the lexicon end up here? Someone really wanted it to go missing.
You going to make dinner tonight, or should I?
Let it be a lesson to others.
Oh my god.
Or summon God!
Problem solved.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
Purity already translated most of these tablets. Nothing interesting, just some old work logs.
Need you to translate some text.
Hand me the text and I'll write down the translated version on a scrap book. Suit yourself.
What happened to you?
I figured you'd ask. I already told Lilith the whole story, but go on.
They forced you out?
It was a little while after you left on your mission with Freya. I was in my dormitory, finalizing the plans for the attack on Pazarath. I should have remembered the maidens have keys to all of our rooms. Melody and a couple of the others barged through the door. They went through their typical routine of acting cute. I tried to tell them that the plan I made was our best chance at winning back Pazarath. But they kept on arguing. The next thing I knew, I was lying in a ditch just outside Riften with a bump on my head. They left a note in my pocket. Don't come back. You're not wanted.
They let you live?
They know me too well. More than I thought. Almost the exact same thing happened when I was kicked out of the Legion. They just couldn't resist leaving a lasting impression. I guess for them, it's a lot funnier than death.
What are your thoughts on the outcome of Pazarath battle now?
Lilith told me it went surprisingly well. A shame that Kalisa didn't make it, though. I was so sure a small team wouldn't work. Maybe my strategies were the ones that relied on luck all along.
Solitude?
I knew they would tell the others that I left the province. So I thought I might as well irk them by staying but as far away from the palace as possible. I always liked the city. Because of the war, it wasn't hard finding work. All I asked for as payment was a daily meal. Being a beggar for a few good years teaches you how to live on the bare minimum.
That's how you were gonna live the rest of your life?
Were? I still am. After we're finished dealing with Matari, I'm going back.
You'd have a better life.
Not anymore. Understood. What do you need to know?
Something is wrong, isn't there? Is it about the testing chambers?
We ran into some test subjects. It's not all.
Then our worst fears are true. Matari is the anomaly. The nutrition pool, like the one she has in her quarters, must be used to keep her body intact. Keep bringing Tricia texts. We need to learn more about the interactions Matari had with the Dwemer.
chest for anything important. Do you have any lockpicks?
They're all empty so far. Oh, maybe it's a lie. Okay, I missed it. Yeah, I missed it.
You found it? Let's get out of here before the construct show up.
I see you have the lexicons. You and Kasha go on ahead. Tricia and I will keep working.
How are things at Pezerath?
Same as you when you left it. We're there to defend the fort, so only a few of us have gotten any missions from command. Good thing. It has given us some time to look for Tricia without raising any suspicions.
let's just talk a little, you and So I guess we're going to be stuck here for a little while. That chest you opened must have been connected to a security system.
Oh, it gives us time to talk.
I guess. What's on your mind?
You've been acting differently.
Since the battle for Pazarath, I've never felt so alone. Even with you, Lilith, and Tricia, it seems like the entire world is out to get us. When my father died, before we learned what we were dealing with, I had you to rely on. You're all that I needed. Now we need more than each other to stop Matari.
You could leave.
Of course I want to fight. For my family. But how can I fight? What am I supposed to do?
There are ways to fight without violence.
I never thought about that. In what ways? Hey, did you hear that?
Commander, are you down there? Hold on. We're going to get you out.
What's going on?
I'm glad the two of you are safe, but we need to leave right now. The dwarven automatons are active and patrolling the main chamber.
Alright.
I have your back.
No time to rest. Automatons are everywhere. Raised.
There's a maintenance chamber below. If there's anything else that controls the gates, it'll be there.
That better be the security controls. I've had enough of this place. What the?
Is there a lever on your side?
Nope. Huh. Guess it's up to me.
Careful, Tricia. You don't know which one to press. Tricia?
I can't move.
Was wrong.
Try not to talk. It'll be over soon.
Stupid way to die. Thought it would be on the field. Never like in the songs.
You did well, Tricia.
Lilith went on ahead. She should still be around here.
Do you want to talk about what happened?
I'd rather not. Listen, about what we talked about in the pit,
Yeah?
there are some things I have in mind. I need to plan them out, but would you consider them?
Yes, let me know whenever you're ready.
They're plans for the future, but I think you two would like them. In case things go wrong with the sirens, well, I'll let you know later.
You should head back home. I'll come by to check on you later.
Right. It has been a long day.
Okay, where the hell is she?
It will take days to translate this without Tricia.
Need any help?
Thank you. But I know a few scholars outside of the Sirens. Good people that we can depend on to keep our business confidential.
What do you think is in that journal?
All that we need, I hope. The holy matrons passed over it. Imagine, had they found this, they may have been victorious in their war with Matari. But I'm being presumptuous. We'll talk once it's translated.
There's still some books and tablets in the Bastion to translate.
Save them for now. I don't want to overwhelm our contacts with too much work.
Should heed your own warnings about knowing too much.
Noted. But the warning is meant for you. There is no denying you're important. The moment you walked into the palace catacombs, you were granted an audience with Matari. It would be an incredible honor for anyone else in the Sirens to receive that sort of attention. Matari gave you what others who've been in the Sirens their entire adult lives can only dream of. You're already dealing with Matari at a very personal level. All these fantasies shared by the Sirens, and this complete lack of understanding of what is really going on, make for a dangerous combination. Whatever you do, don't let her play you like a fool. As far as we know, she's completely ignorant of the fact we came here today. We're close to gaining the upper hand.
Out of everyone in the Sirens, how are you the only one willing to help?
Maybe not the only one, but the only one who was lucky enough to have you on my team. Things might have been different if it weren't for that fact. I know my stance with Matari, because of what she allows in the Sirens. Freya, the Golden Maidens, they all exist because of Matari. The others may refuse to acknowledge that they are Matari's products. Many would care for them. But having been with Freya, and knowing that everything she does is condoned by Matari, that's something I can't forgive anyone for.
You're helping me for personal vengeance?
Not at all. That would be selfish. This is about saving the world. Together.
What do we do now?
Keep pretending, and keep following Matari's orders. We still have purity to worry about, and whether we like it or not, we're going to need everyone fighting as one to stop them. I'm going to be around for a while longer before I return to Pazarath. I need to bury Tricia. It can't be helped. She still had a lot of unresolved issues, but I suppose that's life. We can't all die heroes' deaths. The others will forget her, but I won't. I hope you don't either.
She ever tell you why she was discharged from the Legion?
No, she never told me. And she didn't have to. Being kicked out of the sirens. She didn't want to relive the feelings of being worthless.
Should get back to the palace.
As soon as the journal is translated, I'll come find you.
I won't forget her. That's for sure. Or Serenity or Ellery. Zakash is left.
They promise redemption, and this time we fight for freedom. They're dreaming, awakened, shattered by love. We courage together, we lean against distraction. Salvation, remission is my own.